Yeah, you like my tie, don't you?
It's all right.
You got the white going, you got the stripes going, got a little stuff. What you mean it's all right?
I mean, you don't look as good as me, but
Oh! You ready to do this?
let's go.
All right, welcome to the Nyghtstorms, and I am YG Nyghtstorm, and my honorary Nyghtstorm for today is my very, 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 very special guest. This is Miss Rachel, y'all. Okay, all right, now Rachel, we got a Nyghtstorm letter.
All right.
Okay, and do you mind if we read this Nyghtstorm letter?
Let's do it.
Okay, and folks, if you follow me every single week, I get letters from across the country on people asking about different things that their interests or things that they're going through. And this week, this is a good one. So for all y'all thespians out there, folks who want to get into acting and the entertainment business, this one's for you. So Rachel, you ready, ma'am?
Let's go.
All right, let's go. It says, with my awesome tie, sister. It says, Dear Nyghtstorms, I was watching the old Tyler Perry film, Daddy's Little Girls, and bam, I see YG in the movie. Yeah, I was in that movie. I was in that movie. Woo! Okay. I've seen the dark Adonis in a lot of stuff. See, Rachel, I like this letter already.
I think I know why you picked it.
Yeah, I mean, she called me the dark Adonis, man. Okay, anyway, the dark Adonis in a lot of stuff, and I'm very proud that he was able to get work as a larger than normal actor. The big man looked good, and I must admit that I have been bitten by the acting bug myself, and here is my issue. Now, like I said, she said the big man looked good. I mean, the brother looked good.
I know again why you picked this letter.
Yeah, she know I picked this letter. Now, moving on. Now, as a woman, I have been constantly told that I have to be a size 0 to get work. Even size 2 petite women are being denied work because casting agents and directors want bare bones skinny chicks. I'm a size 6, and some have said that I was too fat to be a model or actress. Now that's a crying shame. Size 6, and they say she too fat. Rachel, let me keep going, because you already looking at me. She already looking at me like I'm crazy.
I already know what to say, so yes, go ahead.
All right, she continues. My mixed Irish and Palestinian heritage may also be a factor because I do not have blonde hair and blue eyes. It seems that becoming a thespian is maybe out of reach for me because of factors that are out of my control. I've seen beautiful women of all sizes and colors become successful, but I have never been good at taking rejection. Welcome to the acting business. I feel like society is body shaming women like me, and I feel ugly inside. I've even began starving myself to lose weight so I can possibly be considered for roles. I know it's not healthy, but I want this so bad, and I'll do anything to make my dreams come true. I've never been good at handling so much rejection. She finishes. My mom told me that Hollywood is not worth me hurting myself, but this is my dream and not hers. I'm at an impasse. Should I woman up and keep pushing, or listen to my mom and just give up and go back to school and get a degree in a field where body image is not an issue? I'm so tired of the drama, and this is from Tanya from New York. Well, woo! That's a lot. And Tanya, I know Rachel is going to dive into this real soon, but young lady, if you want to get involved in acting, I'm glad you sent me this letter, and I got the perfect person to talk to you. Now, Rachel, you've been, a thespian for a while, and you've been doing your thing, and it's a lot of points in Tanya's letter that's actually, true for a lot of young women that's trying to break into the business. So can you start breaking some things down so Tanya can understand, like, how you got into the business and what you're doing to continue your career, and possibly give her some advice, ma'am?
Okay. I did my first commercial when I was 7.
7 years old? 7, okay.
But then I stopped and just went to school, got my psychology degree, and
wait a minute, hold on. So you did go to college and you got the psychology degree, which is good. Yeah, education is important. Education is important. Got to have something to fall back on. Okay, but okay, go ahead.
But then I went back to what I knew I was good at and knew I loved.
Right.
Which is acting.
Mm-hmm.
And I can totally relate with this letter. I mean, I'm a woman.
Mm-hmm.
I'm originally from Brazil.
Okay.
So I can relate. Maybe we might even look alike. I don't know.
Okay.
With the dark eyebrows.
Dark eyebrows, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And actually, I'm a size 6 myself, between 4 and 6.
Mm-hmm.
Some things maybe 8.
Okay.
But I can relate with this a lot. I mean,
Okay.
I was actually, at one point in my life, I was very overweight. You actually don't know this.
I didn't know that.
Yes,
I didn't know that.
I lost a lot of weight,
Okay.
and I became, I guess, what you could say, 6,
Mhm.
average.
Okay.
And I was a plus size, almost.
Okay.
And back
Which
then,
is nothing wrong with a plus size model.
but I'll tell you this, back then,
Mm-hmm.
there's not all these plus size models. Now, all of a sudden that I'm thinner,
People like curves.
yes, all of a sudden there's this like Victoria's Secret plus size model, and I'm
They-
like, why was that not in fashion when I was bigger?
I know, right? Okay.
So,
They obviously didn't listen to the Sir Mix-a-Lot song.
No.
You know, I like Pepper. I ain't gonna go into that. But he was talking about women with curves, and, you know, Miss Thing. You know what I'm talking about. But anyway, I digress. Go ahead, sweetie.
so that was not in fashion when I started.
Mhm.
So I lost weight, and I started getting into modeling first, but I
Mhm.
noticed that I could only do print because I'm 5'4".
Mhm.
So I'm not tall enough to meet that, I guess,
Height
criteria.
requirement. Yeah.
So I can't. I've done runway for Latino Fashion Week.
Okay.
But when it comes to actual real runway, I'm not tall enough. I think you have to be 5'10".
Yeah, about 5'10", 5'11".
Yeah, at
and,
least.
and super skinny,
And-
like the size of my finger. Yeah.
And minus 0.
Yeah, mine is 0. It's like you invisible. They can't even
You
see
know,
you.
you have to go into like youth sizes, you know, to actually get stuff.
Uh-huh.
So I noticed that I could only do print, and then I started into acting, and I really realized that that's my dream. That's
Right.
really what I love.
Okay.
So I noticed that I was actually, at one point, I was a size 2 last
Okay.
year.
Okay.
And don't be mistaken, like size 2, size 0, sometimes don't get the roles either.
So they even size 2s they think are too big?
Mm-hmm.
Are you kidding me? What's wrong with y'all Hollywood casting agents out there, even a size 0?
Well, sometimes because I'm 5'4".
Uh-huh.
So sometimes I'm not tall enough. So,
Oh, boy.
you know, that I want to get skinnier, and I kept on looking at my pictures,
Mhm.
and I'm like, that's a little too small. That's a little, like, it's smaller than I've ever been.
Right.
So I was like, I don't know if I like this a lot. So
Mhm.
honestly, this year I actually gained more weight. I started exercising and just actually being healthier altogether.
Good,
And
good.
I am a size 6 right now.
Mhm.
And this is like preview information because nobody else knows that.
Okay.
But I'm not, you know, I'm actually I'm happy with the way that I am right now, and
Mhm.
it hurts that society in this industry is like that.
Right.
But they will tell you, okay, I think saying the word too fat is a little harsh, but they can
Right.
be harsh.
Yeah, but that's exactly what they're insinuating. And one thing I really want to get to is that she was talking about starving herself.
Yeah,
you
I
know,
was gonna get to that.
and I know that's an issue. And by the way, you look fantastic. By the way, you know, size 6, 5'4". I'm saying, hey, fellas, if you're looking, there it is right there. But I'm just saying, it's to me, it's unfair pressure with the body image. You know, and I know men have it too. In Hollywood, men have to be, you know, steroided up and, you know, super ripped and, you know, 270 pounds and 8-pack abs and super big muscles and all that. And it's unrealistic. But then on the woman's side, to shame women and constantly tell them you're too fat or you're too this, you're too that, that's not a real authentic approach, and it's really unhealthy. And you know, can you get into some of that, please?
Yeah. First of all, stop starving yourself because it's not worth it.
Eat, girl, eat.
Just try to eat like a nice, like healthy diet.
Mhm.
Try to get more protein in your diet.
Right.
Work out for yourself so
Yes.
you can get that rejection. When you get those rejections, you want to like slap somebody in the face. You know you can't, because you can't burn bridges. I've noticed that because people will come back around. This
Yeah.
is a very small industry, even though it's huge. You will see a lot of people come
Mhm.
back.
Right.
So you're not burning any bridges. So don't be slapping anybody.
Mm-hmm.
But
Slap them in your mind, girl.
no, just take it out on working out. Take it out on, you know, on weights, or, you know,
Mhm.
start boxing, or that will make you feel better already.
Well, weights can't file charges against you.
Exactly.
You can beat the hell out of a weight and it'll just be there like, okay.
Yep. Like and the bags too. So punching bags are great.
Okay.
But no, don't starve yourself. That's not the way to go about it.
Right.
Yes, I do still get rejection. I think everybody gets rejection in this field, and I actually heard something that was very important from one person one time. The more no's you get, the better.
Yeah.
Now you would be like, what? The more no's you get, the better? Yeah, because the closer you're going to get to a yes.
To that yes.
So if you get all those no's out of the way first, you're going to get to that yes eventually.
Yeah, and that's actually a very, very true statement. And Tanya, I want to tell you that, in the acting field, even the A-list actors that everybody pines over now, on the woman's side and the man's side, they got rejected. If you go back and look at the very beginning of their careers, they got rejected. They're like, you're not this, you're not that, you're not good enough, you're not this. And then even as they got older and their careers, blossomed and matured, there's still rejection. They don't get every single role that they want.
And they actually have to maintain a certain image, like, throughout their lives too. Like, you have to understand that too. You have to maintain a certain image. You have to have your makeup on. You have to have your hair done. A lot of people don't like her, but I'm going to use Kim Kardashian as an example. Okay. She is so obsessed about what people think about her.
Right.
And it's very sad because she's seen all the time. If she goes out, she doesn't want to go out of her house sometimes because of the way she looks like or the way she's going to be criticized. And that's really sad. And honestly, I think that a lot of actors go through that. Actresses, at least.
Yeah, it's like you have to look the exact same way. You have to be perfect all the time, which is unrealistic. There are times you might want to walk around in your house coat and not put any makeup on and go outside and walk the dog and get the mail. But as soon as you walk outside, some paparazzi out there popping pictures. Oh, look at her. She ain't got any makeup on. And then here comes the image shaming, and here comes everybody and their opinions on what you're supposed to look like when these folks don't look half a beans or anything, but they always got something to say.
Now, this is something that's real. This is a realistic expectation for you to have as an actress or just in the industry. You're going to be looked at all the time.
Right.
So you're going to have to get a tough skin. You have to. For rejection, I get rejection all the time too. I mean, I'll tell you, guys, I think handle rejection better because they are used to handling rejection from us.
Yeah, we get it all the time. Hey, sweetheart, how you doing? Can I get your phone number? Nope, you a creep.
So they're used to the rejection game a lot more than we are.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this. You said that, it's your mom's telling you to go to school and get a degree that is not going to, affect whatever, doesn't matter what size you are, right? However, society will always judge you.
Yeah.
No matter
what.
Okay, no matter what field you're in. If you're a doctor and you're a bigger doctor, not a size 6, I'm just saying you're a bigger doctor, they're going to look at you and be like, well, how are you telling me to be healthy and live healthier if you don't look healthy yourself? So we're always going to be asked to have a more rigid, more disciplined life than even a man, period. That's just that. I guess that pressure's on us, period.
Yeah, it is, and it is unfair. And one thing I do want to add, when I was out there acting, especially when I was on the set of Daddy's Little Girls and I was filming, and I was actually sitting next to Idris Elba, and we was in between shots. And we had an interesting conversation. And I doubt that Idris Elba remembers this. I honestly doubt he did. But we were talking about how difficult it is for the non-traditional type looking actor, whether it's male or female. And even though Idris Elba has, pretty much went and exploded his career here in the United States, in Europe, and around the world in different feature-length films, at that time, Idris was insecure, and we was having an honest conversation. He I got to work really, really hard. I don't look like the traditional actor, but yet I'm going to persist and I'm going to keep going. And it affects everybody, and he got rejected. Some of the biggest names in the business, like I said, got rejected. This is just a part of life. Okay, it's a part of what you want to go into, and the only way I can tell you is that, especially me being a larger size man, I was just persistent, And even though I'm not in the acting world anymore, I'm in another different field. But in every field that you get into, just like Rachel was saying, even if it's becoming a doctor, you're going to have to work, young lady. You're going to have a thick skin, and you're going to have to deal with criticism. You're going to have to deal with rejection. You're going to have to deal with people and their opinions. But if you really want this, and this is your passion, and this is your ultimate life goal, you should not allow anyone to discourage you. Now, Mom is telling the truth. Don't be starving yourself on trying to get all super skinny because it's unhealthy. So, because like, what's the point of being a pretty corpse? What's the point? You know, now you can't live your dreams because sister, you're dead. You didn't eat. So, is there anything else that, you know, you really want to add to Tanya and give her some good closing advice, ma'am?
Just reiterate what you just said about starving herself. I know I already said this, but it's not worth it. This is what I think, and this is what I believe for myself. When I get rejection, I mean, all you can do is put your best foot out there. You do your best. You audition the best that you can. You do your part. And the rest is the rest. Because if there's a role, there's going to be a role there for you. If it's meant to be, it's going to be. That's how you have to think about.
That's right.
Because it's not like a job interview that you just get, look, I'm sorry, they went with somebody else. No, you just don't hear anything. And I think that's honestly the worst part. Or, you know, I think actually not hearing anything is harder for me than hearing a no.
Right.
Because you're still like, oh, but maybe that could still be out there. And then you might see it a year later and be like, hey, that's what I was going to be considered for.
Yeah.
That's when you find out.
That no is actually good because it helps to give you focus. Not hearing anything keeps you in the air. And one thing I did, because I heard a whole lot of no's to the point where I just said, you know, maybe acting isn't for me, so I got into motivational speaking. You know, I honed my craft by trying to pretend to be other people until I actually found myself and said, all right, this is what I'm going to do. And in a way, what I do is acting. You know, I put on my YG Nyghtstorm and I get out in front of a camera and I help folks and I speak. But I want you to find your passion. And like Rachel has found her passion. And one thing I want to end with this, you know, I met this young lady, this beautiful young lady, about 2 years ago, and we was on the set of something else, and I was immediately drawn to her energy, to her passion, and to her skill, and to her talent. And she's just the type of woman who ain't gonna take no for an answer. She may get rejected here and there, but she is going to claw and find some kind of way to make an opportunity for herself. And she is not going to sit here and have a little pity party at home, thin skinned, and say, oh, somebody told me no. Get over it and just get to work. Am I right or wrong, sister? Come on with it.
Actually, I don't know if you know this, but where we met, I got fired from.
What?
It was a
Dropping
play.
some knowledge.
It was a play, and I got fired from it a week before.
Wow.
Yeah, because I wasn't really, I guess, acting the way they wanted me to. And that was the hardest thing for me because we prepared for months and months.
Yeah, long time for that.
Yes. So, you know, that was very hard. But the person that fired me now is my agent.
See, look at that.
So
look at that. You see how that works?
I worked hard. I went to acting classes. I worked hard on the, you know, on everything that she told me, on her feedback. That's what I do. When people say no and they say, look, Rachel, you need to work on this, this, and this, I write it down and I work on it. That's what you have to do.
So you didn't take the firing personally?
No, actually, auditioned for her the next day. That's how serious she wanted to see how serious I was about acting. She said, I'm going to fire you now, but I want you to come back and audition for me for this show tomorrow. And I went back the next day and auditioned for her.
Good deal. Good deal.
So you have to just take it like that. But I'll tell you this, how you can handle rejection, this is to close it off for her.
Yes, ma'am.
Is you have to get the no's and like take them as feedback, first of all. Second of all, you have to get whoever is with you and believes in you, and you have to hold on tight to them.
Hold on tight.
And research people that have made it in Hollywood right now, and look at videos of them struggling, because that motivates me a lot of times too. When I see myself getting more rejections, I look at their videos and see, wow, okay, they went through the same things that I did, and look at where they are, because persistency pays.
Right. Okay, so hey, she done broke it down to you. Now it's up to you to take the advice, and we're talking not just to Tanya. We're talking to everybody that's interested in this. Is there any kind of way folks can get in contact with you, ma'am?
My name is Rachel Oliveira. That's Oliveira. Oliveira, I guess you can say.
Okay.
You can look me up like that, or my Instagram is a little kind of arrogant, I guess. Confident, let's say.
Confident,
Yeah. It's NO.1 Brazilian_goddess.
What? Wait a minute. #1 Brazilian _goddess. Not #2. Not #3. Not that chick over there.
I'm the only one.
#1. It ain't nothing wrong with confidence. And if you are in this business, you better believe that you're #1 or you're never ever going to be #1. Okay. So to close this out, if you would like to send me a Nyghtstorm letter, you can always go to my Facebook page, YG Nyghtstorm, that's NYGHTSTORM, or go to Nyghtstorm.com, that's Nyghtstorm with a Y, not an I. And I will tell you this, ma'am, it has been such a privilege. It's been such an honor to have you on my show. And don't she look good, y'all? She make old YG look good. She make old YG look good.
No, it's that time.
It's the time. See, thank you. She did my tie. Thank you, man. Well, go on and adjust my tie real quick. Go on and see, there you go. It look good now. All right, guys. We'll see you later. God bless. Holla at you later. Bye.